Okay, we're here with Melquan Stovall after Tuesday's practice. First day in pads. I know it doesn't only mean a lot to running backs, also means a lot to wide receivers as far as intensity. How did it feel out there?
I felt good. We're all trying to get on the same page. We're installing a lot, so everybody's just trying to get on the same page and just learn the plays and get everything dialed in.
You really seem from the first practice until now. I mean, you've been some of the one of the more consistent players on offense. What was your mindset coming into spring practice, and how do you think you performed so far?
Just trying to build chemistry with the whole team. Really just trying to get on the same page with the quarterbacks, and just practice on being consistent.
How different are these practices felt compared to Colorado State and Nevada?
Everything is very similar, so it's the same pace.
Are there some personal goals or certain techniques, mechanics you wanted to improve on during spring?
I'm really just trying to improve on my whole game. Being a leader in the room. Just trying to help out the younger guys as well. So all I can do is just come in and try to be the best version of myself.
Was it kind of hard after playing just one game last year to knock off a lot of rust to come to some high intensity spring practices?
No, sir. I stayed in shape. I was working out even when I was in the portal. So just being consistent with that. So. Let's talk about the chemistry with the quarterbacks. Obviously, maybe a little challenging for the wide receivers having so many different quarterbacks. They're going to throw the ball. Has that been maybe easier adjustment than you thought it would be? Yes, sir. We threw all off season, so we were able to build chemistry that way. All the wide receivers got together with the quarterbacks, and we just threw the whole off season.
I stepped in late, so I'm sorry. What made you choose ASU when you were looking for a place?
It was always a dream of mine to play in the Pac-12. So, Coach Baldwin, he coached my brother when he was at Cal. So, that relationship there, playing for a young head coach, Coach Dillingham. He's been coaching since he was 17 years old. Even though he's, a young coach, he brings a lot of experience. Same with Coach Samples. He coached with the Rams last year. He coached at SMU, TCU. So just the experience and, being able to play under guys like that.
What's your brother's name?
Melquan Stovall.
Melquan Stovall.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are your goals this year? Obviously, this has a lot of wide receivers in the mix here.
My goals for this year is just, just to be a leader in the room and, just help the young guys out and, just fit in wherever I, can contribute at.
Are you guys pretty competitive with each other?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Who's the leader? Who have you kind of looked up to? Who's kind of been the guy showing you the ropes maybe since you got here? Is there one guy in your group or is it somebody else?
It's not just one guy in particular. Everybody has that leader mindset in the room. So, we all kind of help each other out.
So when you were, it was Colorado State, right?
Yes, ma'am. I was at Colorado State this last season and Nevada for the last 3 years.
Only one game? You played only one game?
I played in 3 games last year.
Okay, and then it was an injury. You just decided, hey, this isn't for me here?
Yeah, so it was just, talked it out with the coaches and, I just pretty much came to the conclusion that, I just wanted to redshirt this year.
You mean last year?
Last year, yes, ma'am.
Was it difficult to do that? Because, players are wired to play and, keep going or whatever. So, what was it with that decision? Was it a tough one for you to make?
Yes, ma'am. It was a tough decision. Those are my brothers over there. But, other than that, it's no hard feelings.
They said sometimes the coaches are different during recruiting than they are coaching on the field. Have you noticed any difference with Coach Samples or any other coaches?
No, sir. They coach the same way. They're the same way during recruiting. They're going to tell you how it is, and, they're going to coach you hard.
So first, 4 practices in the books in Sun Devil, what are some things kind of jump out to you most?
Jump out to me the most is, the intensity we have at practice. We have the team competition, so that's really fun, just bringing out the best of us and, bringing the energy to the table.
Have you ever been in a place like this that, has that kind of energy, that pace, that,
Yes, ma'am. It's very similar at my other schools, but, with the team competition, things like that, it's a little different. But other than that, everything's all the same.
What were some of the things that really kind of stuck out about this program that made you want to be part of it?
Something that stuck out was, the young coaches, the NFL experience that my position coach brings to the table. And, just overall, Coach Baldwin's, offensive philosophy.
Obviously, he's got a pretty good resume of putting some highly successful offenses as well as Coach Dillingham. When you look at what they'd like to do with their wide receivers, what are some things that jump out to you most?
They like to throw the ball, but at the same time, we like to run the ball as well. So, just being able to, learn a new scheme, has been pretty challenging for me, but I feel like, you know, overall I'm getting everything down.
Wide receiver room has a couple of established returning guys here and a lot of newcomers like yourself. How's that group coming along and kind of mixing?
Everything is coming along great. You know, we're all getting along good and, you know, helping each other out the best we can and, you know, just coming to work every day and, you know, competing.
You know, with a lot of new receivers, you know, building that chemistry and the rapport with quarterbacks is really important, but also the quarterbacks are kind of, you know, in a competition of their own. You got a lot of rotation there. Is it challenging at all just trying to develop that chemistry, knowing that there's kind of like a different guy behind center almost, you know, kind of every series?
No, not really, because, you know, we threw all off season, so, you know, that pretty much helped us out, you know, building that chemistry early. So when we came into spring ball, you know, we're all ready to roll, but, you know, we're still trying to, you know, get it going. So,